Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of The Promised Neverland on Season 2, which is on Episode 6, or you could call it on Episode 18 of the total number overall of episodes, you know? Anyways, I thought this episode was really nice, and it looks like to me Emma and Ray seems to have a differing opinion of what to do, you know? And we have to it that, you know, at the beginning of the episode, Norman, after the opening, Norman, Emma, Ray make their freaking nice greetings with each other, and they end up hugging each other, but not before Ray slapping Norman, saying, "Why the hell did you do that to me, man? Don't ever do that again, you hear me?" And we see to it, Norman reunites with everyone else, and Norman tells them about the situation about the demons, you know? We get to know that demons apparently, like, whatchamacallit, are beings that needs to eat humans for a reason. But let me get to a situation about Norman, you know? We get to know that he was sent to Lambda 7214 as a testing site for children, you know? And he was handed over to researchers of Lambda, and, you know, when it comes to demons, talking about these farms and adults executed, drugging experiments, you know, that was pretty nasty, man. And whatever the case may be, they were trying to mass produce more diverse, high-grade meat, you know. During that process, individuals started to show unexpected abnormal development, irregular growth in muscle, nervous system, senses, and one after another. And that's the reason why Ray suggests, like, that's why a human was able to kill a demon like that, you know. But we get to know about Minerva, Lambda, everything else, and there's someone who calls himself Smee that Norman got acquainted to, you know? A lot of things were happening in this episode about Norman talking about how he got sent to a researcher's facility, and later on he managed to get everyone out of there with some help with his own intelligence here and there, you know? And I thought it was pretty cool to know that. And we get to know that Crone actually had the pen that she ends up passing on to, you know? Using the experiment data from Lambda, you know, I created a droid that will cause demons to degenerate, you know? And we get to know that Norman's knowledge, he ends up talking about, like, how demons take on different forms, appearances, and abilities based on what they eat, you know? And if they continue to eat humans, the demons could maintain their current form and intellect. And that's the reason why they develop our brains, because the brain is the most common one to maintain their intellect on to eat, you know? And we have to it that, like, that Norman explains, like, eventually if demons do not start eating humans, you know, they will start to, like, attack each other, and then later on, like, go into wild forms, you know? And we have to it that Norman really wants to save everybody from the children of the farms and everything else, because, like, yeah, and he has an idea of exterminating demons once and for all, you know? Using the drug he could use to degenerate the demons here and there, it's gonna work out. Although Emma, we get to know that, like, everybody seems to be happy about Norman's plan, you know? But we have to it that Emma seems to be very troubled by this, because she doesn't like the idea of wanting to, like, annihilate all demons, because I guess she has a sympathy with demons, you know? I mean, think about Mujika and Sonju, of the two demons they met, you know? Those are the two demons that actually, like, helped them out here and there. And Ray does talk to Emma to let it all out and talk to Norman about this, because I could guarantee you it's gonna, like, hurt much more later, and it's gonna, like, cause a lot of damage in the future if you hold it all in and not talk about it with Norman, you know? Eventually, Ray says he agrees with Norman's plan whatsoever, because it's almost impossible you can coexist with demons, you know? And I can see where they're coming from, you know, etc., you know? And we get to see a scene with, like, where Ray and Emma decides to follow Norman's hideout, and they end up being greeted by Sislo, Barbara, and Vincent, you know? We get to know about, like, about what they all been through, and they actually are happy about eradicating the demons, and they talk about Norman as the boss, you know? Eventually, you know, Barbara says she likes the idea of eradicating these demons whatsoever, you know, because of what they did to her and to her other friends and children. It makes her sick, and that she wants the demons to suffer the same fate as them. And I seem to get what they're coming at, you know? I mean, like, being experimented on and being damaged up by some other form of beings, you know, causing a lot of pain to you, it's not gonna go away, man. I mean, like, Emma and Ray tries to think otherwise, and they seem to be troubled by this. And Barbara seems to be antagonistic towards Emma, seeing that she's not very happy about the situation. Although Sister tells her, stop it, okay? Just stop. And Norman ends up entering the room and ends up talking to Cicelo, Barbara, and Vincent for the time being. And then later on, Norman goes back to Emma and Ray and talk about the situation and why they came here. But we have to it that Ray and Emma realizes the freaking rage and anger that Barbara, Cicelo, and Vincent has, you know? And even Ray understands that. They're not mistaken. I mean, if they've been experimenting and tortured and etc., there's no way the heck you could get rid of that hate inside, you know? It's like you being abused by your mother and father, you know? I mean, you're not going to let that go that easily, you know? I mean, like, not that simple. And we have to it that eventually that Norman ends up talking to Emma and Ray and wonders like, hey, what's up, guys? Why are you guys here? We had to that Emma and Ray ends up talking to Norman about, do you think your drug's gonna work on every demon? That's because there might be, because how do we know they may not work on certain demons that doesn't need to eat humans, you know? And we have to that Norman's like, hold on, how do you know that? And we have to that Emma and Ray were about to talk about like how they met possibly Sanju and Mujika, you know, in an implicit format. But unfortunately, it looks like to me Norman knows that and says, that evil-blooded girl is still alive? How the hell is she alive, you know? And ends up putting his face like this and has that shocked, angered look on his face, wondering like, how the hell is she even alive, you know? Etc. And the episode ends off there. So, all I can really tell you is that Norman, Emma, and everyone else reunites with Norman, and they're very happy. Norman talks about his plan about wanting to annihilate all demons, you know, and get everyone safe and let this land be a paradise, you know. But Emma does not seem to like the idea because she doesn't want conflict, and that shows how much she matured up to this point, you know. Because I think it's because of time with Sanju and Mujika and many others, you know, that she seems to like sympathize with certain demons. But you know, there's some people who've been tormented by demons physically and possibly mentally. Barbara, Vincent, and Cicelo are those victims, you know? And getting rid of that anger or hate and try to get them to change their mind, it's not going to be simple. They go like, oh, just because you saw like these two demons might be good to you, how do you know they're not going to like turn their backs on you, you know, that kind of thing. And understandable. And etc. And of course, that's when Norman, Emma, Ray talk to Norman, and Norman's like, that evil-blooded girl is still alive, you know? You met her? Etc. Sounds like to me that's really bad news, and I don't know what the bad news is going to be, but one thing for sure, it's not looking so great. Don't know what's really bound to happen next for everyone else, but it looks like to me Emma and Ray really want to talk to Norman about this eradication plan or extinction of all demons, but it might take a little longer than that. Guess we'll have to find out. Anyways, it looks like to me people are still not happy with where Season 2 of Neverland is going right now, which I think I can understand where they're coming from. But for the time being, I think I will check out the manga. I don't know when, but I will wait for a little bit until then. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot-toot-toot.